Schools reopening. Edward Arger addresses government's plans. Sign up for 4 latest news plus tips to save money and the environment. Subscribe. When you subscribe, we will use the information you provide to send you these. Sometimes they'll include recommendations for other related newsletters or service. Our privacy notice explains more about how we use your data and your rights. You can unsubscribe if any COVID variants have become a new concern as the country reckons with 3 mutated versions of the base strain. The 3 identified in the carry a mutation naked E484K, which notably increases their infectivity. Although spread remains a concern to both scientists and health officials, ministers have not yet backed down on school reopening plan. Will COVID variants change school rules? Schools became a concern early this year when the Prime Minister announced they would close just 1 day after children from their Christmas holiday. The current plan will mean they stay closed for more than 2 months until March 8. Boris Johnson has insisted they are safe, despite earlier advice from SAGE stating they contribute to national and the CDC has already revised its guidance for U.S. schools with additional infection control. The government has not yet revealed how it intends to help schools deal with the variants, but experts have predicted how it might. Ruth Rule-Mullen, a specialist in education law at Forbes Solicitors, told Co.uk rules would remain largely the same for schools until most people have got second doses of the vaccine. She added most measures from before lockdown would remain, with pupil bubbles, staggered drop-offs, and social distance. Testing, on the other hand, might be one area where people see change. Ms. Rule-Mullen said, where we can expect to see some changing rules are around testing. Secondary schools were getting ready for this before lockdown hit in January, and it's likely this will be a renewed focus for all school staff. And this isn't to say that testing will be mandatory, which would be difficult to enforce, but that schools will be encouraged to help protect society by limiting the spread of coronavirus amongst pupils. Testing and quickly identifying positive cases is an effective way to do this. It's also likely that schools may well prioritize the staggered return of pupils, starting with primary and exam-level children. Ms. Rule-Mullen is also calling for greater clarity regarding the rules. She said the government would need to help ensure school staff do not end up under more pressure than they already trending. She said, clarity around school rules is lacking, and with government indicating schools may well start reopening from March 8. In less than 4 weeks, it would be preferable not to have a wholesale change of rules until full guidance. It's likely to be more a case of the same to hopefully stop putting pressure on already stretched and fatigued school staff. The government has been urged not to renegotiate its current plan to reopen schools next month, amid an epidemic of educational Robert Halfon, chair of the House of Commons Education Committee, said, if Public Health England is saying primary schools are safe to open, then why not at least open the primary schools?